Oh, I was muted. We're back, people. How disappointing was that? Let me change my camera settings so you're not zoomed into my face as much. You're gonna see some bananas back there, get a feel for the Rusty Lewis household. That's fine. I'm trying to like, which way do we go? Let's go this way. Can everyone hear me okay? Apologies for the jank stream. It happens, right? Actually, you know what I think is actually going on right now? I think because I jammed that USB into my computer for the broken mic, because I think it was already bent, I very well could have broken that USB port on this machine, my PC. Which is why I think it keeps disconnecting. So, that's okay. We'll figure it out. And, we'll move on. But what I got to do today, first of all, I just have to thank all of you for supporting me on my streams. Nolan, you just sharing, my live notifications on Twitter, Dean, everyone. I cannot thank you enough for all of that support, and I figured, what way do I ring in Twitch affiliate celebrations? I really didn't have a great idea, but I thought I have a bunch of eBay packages that I could open up on stream. That could be fun, right? And hopefully the music I'm playing isn't too loud. And hopefully you can hear the music. Let me know. Okay, so first package. It's all purpley. My favorite color. So I gotta thank Greg from eBay for packaging that game in a purple package, and thank you, Blink, for your very kind words. And everyone for your very kind words. Elise came for Fable, but this is cool too. Well, you'll get to hear the ASMR packaging opening. So I think if this is the game... Oh no, this is not what I thought it was going to be. Okay, so this first game we have here is something that I originally played on the PlayStation 2. I remember renting this at a Hollywood Video when that was still a thing. And eventually I got it on the Xbox 360, the superior version, and got the 1000 gamer score, my first 1000 gamer score game, just for beating it, because that's how great it was. It's also a game that's going up in price significantly on the 360, so if you don't have this and you have any interest in getting it, you should get it soon. Any guesses? Blink, get out of here. King Kong. Blink knows what's up. So, yes, we have King Kong on the Xbox 360. A really interesting first-person shooter, sort of. If you're familiar with the film, you kind of played through the biggest story beats of that movie. But it's surprisingly really, really good. Like, it has no business being as good as it is. So, if you don't have King Kong, snag it while you can, because it's going up in price. It's anywhere from $40 to $50 right now on eBay. So, it's really a decent time. So, check out King Kong. That's package numero uno down. Let's see. There's just, like, look at this. We've just got piles of packages. Like the greatest sight, right? So grab a beverage, right? Kick back. Enjoy the unboxings. Enjoy the tunes. Let's see, what do we got here? Okay, this is also a game that I played originally on the 360. It's going up in price. a licensed game based on a trilogy of movies. Food Mad 51, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. You're probably questioning why you're not seeing Fable 2 and you're seeing this face before you. I was having some technical difficulties earlier. So what we're doing now is unboxing some eBay packages, some mystery eBay packages. So, yes, Josh, you got it. Toy Story 3. So if you're not familiar with this game, no freaking way. That's amazing. I don't want to say your name because I don't want to make your father uncomfortable or you uncomfortable, but welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining. Continue your guitar playing. You'll be John Mayer in no time. But yes, Toy Story 3 is actually a really fun game. It's a 3D platformer following, obviously, all the events of the film, but really where that game shines is in its toy box mode, where think like almost Viva Pinata, where you have this open environment and it kind of blends things like The Sims and Viva Pinata, where you can set up houses, set up shops with the Toy Story cast of characters. It's really neat. Definitely adds some longevity to the game, but it's something that's going up in price. So if you don't have Toy Story 3 either on the 360 or PS3, you should check that out. You got to give it to them, Blank. At least they're consistent. And who doesn't love food, especially pizza? So this next one is a PS1 game. I highly doubt anyone's going to get this. But this is actually a game I've never played. I've only played the Game Boy Color version, and it was one of my favorite little 2D platformers back then. But when I saw this game, it seems to be a completely different game following the same events of the film. And that is The Road to Eldorado. Now, what's really interesting about this... Oop, bumped my mic. You probably can't see very well. It almost looks like a old school 90s point-and-click PC adventure game. So you kind of have these pre-rendered backgrounds, and the characters kind of moving through them, talking with other characters, and progressing the story. So if you're into point-and-click adventure games, certainly if you're into the movie The Road to Eldorado, you should check this out. And you can get it for relatively cheap too. I think I only paid like $10 for that. So, really neat little game. At least it seems. Again, I've not played it, so I can't really speak to it. Oops. Yeah, it was a really great little Game Boy Color game. So, if you're not into like PC point-and-click adventure games, definitely check out the Game Boy Color game of The Road to Eldorado. Really, really fun. I'm definitely saving the best package for last. I think Blank will get a lot of enjoyment out of that. Specifically. Other people might as well, but I'm just saying Blank specifically because that beautiful person is just largely responsible for why I got it in the first place. If anyone's going to sleep right now, this is my new microphone. We're going to do some ASMR stuff. So stay tuned for Rusty After Dark. Here in the Midwest. No, I don't know how that happened. That was not intentional. This next one is also really interesting. I never would have gotten this if it wasn't for Mr. Pete Dorr in his eBay streams. So, everyone knows who Frogger is. Everyone's played a Frogger game at some point in their lives, probably. Either in the arcades, or on the PS1, Swampy's Revenge or whatever. What I never would have believed is that there would have been a 3D platformer Frogger game until Pete came across it in his every PS2 game stream, and that's Frogger the Great Quest. And as you could probably see, it's still sealed. It actually has that little flap to hang it on store shelves. So Frogger and the Great Quest, yeah, it's still sealed, Nolan, because sealed copies, or this sealed copy in particular is the only one I could find, was cheaper than in-box, or I guess unsealed copies. Pause for the Dire Docks theme. So yeah, you're probably thinking like, oh, you probably at least paid like 20 or 30 bucks for that. $8. $8 for this bad boy. Now that's probably also telling of the game's quality, which is fine. We're all about janky 3D platformers here. But Frogger, the Great Quest. So if you're new to the channel, you're here lurking, you're here just hanging out, and you have no idea who I am, you'll get a better idea of the type of games that I enjoy and play by this little pickup session, which is kind of why I wanted to do it. So if anyone new in the chat was here, they would see like, oh, this guy plays some really janky stuff. And I do. I also am a tremendous fan of licensed 3D platformers, hence Toy Story 3. So we're all about the 3D platforming love here, in addition to RPGs like Fable 2. Yeah, we got 8 packages, Nolan, so kick back, man. Crack open a beer if it's not too early. Can you guys hear the music, by the way? All right, complete. Looks minty fresh. Thank you. Glad we can hear the tunes. Most important part of this. So we got another 3D platformer, a licensed 3D platformer. Something I never played, but I pulled up some footage and it just looked right up Rusty's jank alley. And that is Looney Tunes Acme Arsenal. Because who does not love some Looney Tune action? Except for Back in Action, because Brendan Fraser, God love you, but stop it. So, this was also like super cheap, like $7 or $8 or something like that. And it's actually everyone 10 plus. So if there's any kids in the chat, make sure you ask your parents before you play Looney Tunes Acme Arsenal, because there's some cartoon violence. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Food Mad 51. Okay, so we've got 3 packages left. Again, saving the best for last. I have not played Sheep Raiders. Isn't that the one with the Wile E. Coyote on the front cover on PS1? I think that's actually pretty expensive. There's another PS1 3D platformer that I really want to get with the Muppets. I forget the name of it, but it hardly ever shows up on eBay, and you're going to pay an arm and a leg to get it because it's just really expensive. But it just looks like a really traditional, bare bones 3D platformer that I really want to get someday. Okay. Let's open up this next one. Did you find it recently, Josh? I just like spit everywhere. Did you find it recently, Josh? I'm curious what you ended up paying for it. Yeah, there's a lot of Looney Tunes games. So the Bugs Bunny games, I think there's 2 of them on the PS1. And they're really expensive. The one where like Bugs Bunny has like a giant alarm clock and he's kind of next to it or whatever, posing. That's one that's on my radar, but also pretty pricey, like 40, 50 bucks or something like that. Muppet Monster Adventure. That's the game. Can always count on you, Blink. Yeah, it's pretty pricey. People are like gonna think I'm a crazy person for this next game. Never in my wildest dreams would I think about purchasing a game like this. Not to dog on anyone that enjoys this particular thing, but it's a 3D platformer, and Pete spoke very highly of it on one of his streams, and it's apparently on the rise. It almost looks like a Jak and Daxter Ratchet and Clank type of 3D platformer, one of the earlier games. And that is, any guesses? 3D platformer, PS2. You'd never think it'd be a good game, but it's actually pretty good. From the footage I was watching, we'll definitely be streaming this someday. Not Rough Trigger. I don't even know if I've heard of Rough Trigger, to be honest with you. Nope, I have Tak and the Power of Juju. I don't have Vex, but I have played it. Vex, yeah. When I make the Jak and Daxter comparison, Vex definitely comes to mind because it's almost like a complete copy of that game, even though Vex is really, really good. So yeah, I don't think anyone's going to guess because it's just such an obscure title, and that is Neopets, The Darkest Fairy. Again, you're going to think I'm a crazy person for picking this up, but this is actually a really good-looking 3D platformer. And if you see some of the characters there, sorry for the glare. Sprite has awoken. I'm speaking her language now. Neopets! Yeah. Neopets and the Darkest Fairy. Oh, what's really interesting about this game? So not only, look how thick this manual is. Super thick. And in beautiful color. This was the only copy I could find on eBay, reasonably priced. And if you'll see on the front cover here... Hold on. Neopets Trading Cards. Or Neopets Trading Card Game includes promo cards. Check these out. This is crazy town. This is like a holographic Charizard of rarity here. First you got, and if people are fans of Neopets, by all means speak up. Red Corbat. Not sure if you can see that. So you got Red Corbat. And these actually came in like collector seals too, which is insane. And then you also got, can you see that? Magnus the Torch. I'm like right in front of my mic, so I don't want to scream. So yeah, both of these cards are like in minty fresh condition. Oh yeah, and I got a 3D platformer from it too, but it's really for the cards, right? So for those that are fans of Neopets, anyone remember Magnus the Torch? Or Red Corbat? Because these actually have stats, so I assume there's like an actual card game. Hold on a second. No freaking way. Hold on. There's another card in here with Magnus. Give me a second here. Make sure I'm careful here because I don't want to bend my Magnus. If you know what I'm saying. Yes. Oh my gosh, and this one's even better. Look at this little guy. Look how cute he is. That's amazing. So I got 3 collector cards with Neopets and the Darkest Fairy. What an interesting little game that is. Alright. We'll put that aside. That'll absolutely be a game I end up streaming. So, stay tuned for Neopets. Yeah, Pete's been talking highly of it, so... But you are familiar with Corbat. Very interesting. I love it. Okay, this is actually, helping to complete a collection of games that I've been wanting to get for a long time. I had most of these games growing up, and now it's been a significant effort in rebuying them. And that is the Harry Potter games. So we have Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. And I don't actually have it here with me today, but I have Order of the Phoenix on the PS3 in the mail on the way. And what my plan is to eventually do, I'm not sure if I want to just have like a Harry Potter marathon month and only stream Harry Potter games, but now I have all of the Harry Potter games from PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 to PlayStation 3. I will warn people, if you're a fan of the Harry Potter games or just Harry Potter in general and you would like to eventually play all of those games, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone on PS2, super pricey, so try and get that as soon as you possibly can. And then pretty much all of the Harry Potter games on the PS3, so Order of the Phoenix, Half-Blood Prince, and Deathly Hallows Parts 1 and 2, like, stupid expensive. Fortunately, I got mine pretty cheap, but I wouldn't wait a whole lot longer because I don't think those games are going to go anywhere but up, because they came at the tail end of the life cycle of the PS3, just given the release of the movies. And I don't think they printed a significant amount of copies because of how poorly they sold from, like, probably Order of the Phoenix and on. They weren't reviewed very well either. Like, I think Deathly Hallows Part 1 and 2 have like a 30% on Metacritic, but I'm kind of one of those people that, like, PS3 and before, as the Metacritic score goes down, Rusty's interest goes way up, so. Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Actually, probably my least favorite Harry Potter game that I've played. But it's something I do want to end up streaming. I never ended up beating this one. I'm a huge fan of 1 through 3, though, especially because Jeremy Soule composed the soundtracks to those games. And they're just delightful little games, especially if you're a fan of the films. Right, Nolan? They're really good. They're really good games, especially those first 3. They just kind of capture that, I don't know, childlike magic of seeing the films for the first time. Really pitting you in the shoes of Harry, roaming the halls of Hogwarts. It's really special, especially for someone of the caliber like Jeremy Soule to compose those soundtracks. It really feels like an Elder Scrolls Morrowind-like experience running through the halls of Hogwarts. So definitely try and get those games if you haven't already. And Josh, I just figured you were just getting really excited about Neopets, The Darkest Fairy, so I just figured that's what that gibberish came from. But if you're backtracking and saying that your phone was actually in your pocket, I'll buy that. That's fine too. Okay, so we have one package left. Lependo. Yeah, exactly, because he says it every damn time he does the spell. It's like, Lisa needs braces. Dental plan. Lisa needs braces. Dental plan. It's just forever ingrained in your brain. Okay, we've got one final package. Again, this is not something I probably would have known about or would have been able to get for the launch or asking price it's going for now. Because if I found out about this years later, I probably would have wanted it and paid an arm and a leg. So, thanks to Blink, if he's still around, for making me aware that this was a thing. I don't have a ton of plushies in my collection. I have Yooka-Laylee, Espeon, Umbreon, Diddy Kong, Yoshi, maybe like 1 or 2 others. I don't have a ton in comparison to someone like Petor, who has like a whole shelf full of plushies. But this is something that was really special to me because it's a game that I actually played earlier this year that really fell in love with. Not departing from the 3D platforming side of things. This was a 3D platformer I played on the Switch. It's a game that originally came out for the Xbox One. I'll be playing it again when it hopefully releases on the PlayStation 4 here in the near future. Any guesses? Josh is back to the butt dialing. This is just too stinking cute. It's fine, Josh. Blink won't guess because he knows. He actually sent me a Twitch message. He whispered me and told me this was a thing, and I just had to get it because it's just too stinking cute. And that is Lucky from New Super Lucky's Tale. Look at him in his little cape. He's got his little shoes, which are actually like heavier than the rest of this plush, which I think is a really great little design. It does not look derpy at all. His little face here is super soft. We just need to make sure that he doesn't get, or Scooby doesn't get a hold of him because we may never see him again. He certainly won't look as cute as this, that's for sure. Yeah, it's definitely well made, high quality. I'm very impressed, actually. His cape is a little flimsy cloth, but even under it, under the cloth, is a smoother material than the outside of it. So, really great. Very impressed. And look at his little smile too. He's just too cute. Well, if anyone is still there, we've made it. Those are all the unboxings, the unpackagings of my mystery stuff from eBay. Don't tell Lauren. Okay. She validated me. That's fine. It was funny yesterday. I can't remember what was going on, but I was frustrated about something. I don't know. I didn't know what to play. Ghost of Tsushima wasn't really doing it for me. And Ryan came over because he lended me his external hard drive for something. So he picked that up. And I was like, I just want to buy an Xbox One X like right now because I want to play Rare Replay. I want to play Perfect Dark. I want to play Banjo-Kazooie. I was like, let's go buy an Xbox One. So I went into the room. Lauren was painting. And I said, Ryan and I are going to go buy an Xbox One X. Like jokingly, but just seeing what she would say. And she's like, if you pick me up a burger, that's fine. So I bought her a burger from a local brew house and had that order delivered here to the apartment. And while I didn't get an Xbox One X, Lauren got a burger. So, the true winner. We'll get an Xbox One X eventually. Show all you fine people the beautiful game that is Perfect Dark and Banjo-Kazooie for those of you that aren't familiar. But, that's all we got today. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. I want to thank Blink, Dean, and Nolan for subscribing to the channel. It really means the absolute world to me. All the new followers, thank you for tuning in and joining. Hopefully I can figure everything out with the Elgato, and moving forward we won't have as many technology issues. We can get back to the world of Albion because it's a world worth exploring for sure. So, thanks Sprite. Thanks, Josh. Thanks, Nolan. Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Nick, for being here. It was good times. So, with that, everyone have a wonderful rest of your Sundays. We'll be back Tuesday, where I hope to conquer Donkey Kong Country with the help of Sprite and Zugbar, if they feel like tuning in or have the time. And then Thursday, we'll be back with more Fable 2. So, it should be good stuff. Thank you again, everyone, for tuning in, and we'll see you on Tuesday for more Donkey Kong Country. Have a great day, everyone.